Elden Ring. Now, since this is a hot topic right now, everyone's talking about it. They're either slamming the graphics of the game or they're saying how amazing the game is. 10 out of 10 across every fucking place that decides to review games. So, where does the casual gamer fit? Now, what I mean by that is I am a casual noob gamer. I am not hardcore. I don't have no skills. Getting good just isn't really a luxury that I can afford or I possess. So, Elden Ring. Now, this game has fucked me up. Now, right off the bat, I'm going to say, for total transparency, right, I've never played the Dark Souls games, right? I played Demon Souls on the PS5 and I completed it. But I only completed it because someone gave me help. Alright, I was able to mine souls and sort of join them in co-op. But anyway, I digress. Anyway, it's beside the point. I am not a skilled gamer. So where does someone like me fit? Well, okay, it's fucking hard, right? But there's something about this game which no other game has ever managed to be able to do, at least for me anyway. For one, the exploration is key. You know, you're just dumped into this open world, right? And there's no quest, there's no narrative, there's no sort of markers on the map, you've got no direction, it's just there you go, right? But because of this, everything that you discover is your discovery, right? So you always feel like somehow you're sort of stumbling into a place where you shouldn't really be stumbling into. You always find something and you're not sure if you should be there yet or not. So every time you discover a door in this fucked up place, you're like looking at it thinking anything could be beyond that door. So it makes it so much more exciting. The game hasn't told you to go there. No one's given you a quest to find it, right? So you're looking at this door, which is hidden behind some mountain, and it feels like feel like you're the only one to ever discover this thing. You're wondering how many other people have discovered this one door. And you go through it and everything is just this sense of discovery is so strong in this game. It really does encourage you just to go out and find stuff. But for example, say if you go through that door and it becomes, say you find a mini boss, right? You get your ass kicked. You try, it fucks you up again and again and again. Say you leave that place. That becomes its own organic quest line in a way, because then that boss is always in your mind. You're saying, I'm going to come back and I'm going to fuck you up. Right? So as you're playing it and as you're slowly progressing, slowly getting better, like someone like me, this takes a much longer period of time because I suck. Right? I still haven't got my head around the menus yet. I still have no idea what the fuck I'm doing or what I'm meant to be doing, but I'm having an absolute blast playing it. Now let me just talk about the difficulty for a second. Now I'm not a professional reviewer, right? This is all just layman's terms of some bald-headed, bearded fucking casual that really doesn't know much about this genre. But what I will say is this. The difficulty, it's not artificial, and I think the reason why dying doesn't bother me as much is because it always seems fair to me. Like, anytime I die, I always feel like I fucked up. You know, it's not like the opposition is just a bullet sponge, so to speak. It's not like the enemies you face just take damage and just laugh off your attacks. No, you hit them and you do damage. You see you've done damage. So there's always this hope to bring you through the despair that if I just played better, if I timed my evasive rolls better, if I was more accurate, more precise, more experienced in the gameplay, I could take that cunt, right? So there's always that, you know you fucked up. You either fucked up or you just simply wasn't strong enough to really get through it. So it kind of reminds me of Doom Eternal. And that might sound like a bit of a weird comparison to make, but Doom Eternal was a game where anytime you fell and died, it felt like you fucked up. You know it was your mistake which caused the death. And it's very similar in Elden Ring. But, I mean, so far, look, this is me speaking after just doing nothing in the game. And what I mean by that is I'm just walking around, galloping around, picking fights with people. Most times I lose. But when I win, the sense of adrenaline I get, that sense of victory, that overwhelming, when you defeat someone, like that cunt in the fucking golden suit on the horse, I have dreams about beating that guy. And I know many of you have already slain him, but that is my life goal right now. I need to beat that guy. Because he's an arsehole, isn't he? I mean, you start the game, right? You plunge into a boss fight. This weird thing fucks you up. Beetle with swords and shit fucks you up. Then you die. You come back alive, right? You step out into the open world. There's this gallant knight laden with gold. And for some reason in my dim-witted skull, I figured perhaps he's like a quest giver. Perhaps he's a good guy. Perhaps he's going to help me. So I run up. What happens? I die again. But I'm going to defeat that guy. It won't be today. It won't be tomorrow. Fuck, it might not even be next week. So at the minute, the only victory I really get is when I slay an owl or I kill a goat. Have you seen the goats roll? When you go to attack the goats, they curl up in a ball and they fucking roll away, bro. It's insane. But anyway, then I'm rambling now. I just wanted to sort of, tell you how I feel about this game, because everyone's talking about it. I fucking love it. The exploration, the combat, it's never boring. I don't mind dying. I sort of feel like dying is the point. This game to me is like gambling. You know, when you gamble, you shouldn't expect to win. You actually expect to lose money, right? But when you do win, it's like it's a good feeling. That's what this is like. You know, I expect I'm going to die. Every time I have a fight, I'm going to die. But when I don't die, I feel really great about myself. So I'm high on this game. I think Elden Ring's fucking fantastic. As for the graphics, I think people are acting like spoiled fucking idiots. I mean, the game looks great to me. But again, I'm not an expert, right? I mean, I'm fresh off playing Horizon, and I take Elden Ring over that shit any day of the week. But anyway, I'm no one, right? Just a normal casual noob. And these are the thoughts and opinions of a normal casual noob. I hope everyone's enjoying Elden Ring. I fucking love it. Enjoy yourself. That golden prick's gonna fucking get it. Next week, I promise you.